In 1977, a man called 911 breathed in heavily and whispered one sentence over and over. That recording is real, and it's only one of many disturbing audio recordings that were never meant to be heard. This is the disturbing unexplained recordings iceberg, where each level gets stranger, darker, and harder to explain. The first recorded sound. This is considered the first recorded sound ever, made in 1860. It was made with a machine called the phonautograph. It could record sound, but couldn't play it back. So for over a century, nobody even realized the squiggly lines it created were actual audio. When they finally managed to play it back over a century later, the audio came out warped, uneven, and almost inhuman. Earthquake recording. On December 26, 2004, the seafloor near Sumatra suddenly tore apart. It was one of the biggest earthquakes ever recorded, a magnitude 9.3, and the shockwaves triggered the massive Indian Ocean tsunami. Researchers later analyzed underwater audio recordings captured during the event. The sound you hear is the earthquake happening in real time, the noise produced as the ocean floor split and shifted over hundreds of kilometers. That rumble you heard caused waves over 30 meters high in some areas, devastating coastlines and taking thousands of lives. That's the kind of sound you never want to hear for real. It means everything around you is about to change. Taos hum. In the small town of Taos, New Mexico, some residents have reported hearing a strange, low-frequency hum that seems to come from nowhere. It's been described as a droning, continuous sound, almost like a distant engine that never turns off. Not everyone can hear it, which makes it feel even more unsettling. Scientists and acoustic experts have tried to track it down, but no one has been able to locate the source or explain it. The hum has been linked to headaches, sleep disruption, and unease, making it not just mysterious, but physically disturbing to those who perceive it. Decades later, the Taos hum remains one of the most famous unexplained sounds in the world, a quiet, invisible force that seems to haunt a small corner of New Mexico. Sky horns. Around the world, people have reported hearing a strange sound coming from the sky. It's often described as a deep horn, a metallic groan, or a low, vibrating blast, like something massive moving above the clouds. These sounds are usually heard at night or early in the morning, and when people look up, there's nothing there. Multiple people in the same area often hear them at the same time, ruling out hallucinations or isolated equipment noise. What makes sky horns unsettling isn't just the sound itself, it's the scale. It feels enormous, like something far bigger than anything we can see is shifting overhead. And despite years of recordings and reports, no single explanation has ever been confirmed. The Conet Project. For decades, intelligence agencies around the world have used shortwave radio to send secret, untraceable messages to spies operating in foreign countries. These broadcasts are called numbers stations. They're simple, a cold, pre-recorded voice reading strings of numbers, letters, or coded phrases. Nothing else. This is a recording from the Conet Project, a famous collection of real number station recordings. Many of these stations are still active today, and honestly, you have to wonder, why did they make them sound this creepy? They could have used anything, but they chose something that sounds like it was designed to unsettle anyone who accidentally tuned in. Was it intentional, or just another layer of secrecy we're not meant to understand? Wow signal. In 1977, a radio telescope in Ohio picked up something extraordinary, a signal from deep space unlike anything scientists had recorded before. It lasted for exactly 72 seconds and then disappeared without a trace. The astronomer who saw it circled the data and wrote one word in the margin: "Wow." That's how the signal got its name. What made it so strange? It came in on the exact frequency scientists predicted an intelligent signal would use. It was strong, focused, and didn't behave like background noise, interference, or anything human-made. And it appeared to come from a dense and largely unexplored region of space. Despite decades of searches, the signal was never detected again, and nothing like it has ever been seen since. Some think it was a rare natural phenomenon, a cosmic event we still don't understand. Others argue it could have been interference, but no human-made source fits the data. And then there's the idea we all think about quietly. What if it was a message? A signal sent by something intelligent, not necessarily for us, but just powerful enough to reach Earth. And whoever or whatever sent it is still out there, somewhere in the stars, silent for decades. Julia. In 1999, underwater microphones in the Pacific picked up a strange noise that nobody had heard before. The sound was loud, long, and had this eerie, rising tone that almost sounded human-like. Because of that, scientists nicknamed it Julia. What made it so weird was how far it traveled. The noise was powerful enough to be recorded by microphones thousands of miles apart, which means whatever caused it was massive. When people listen to the recording, a lot of them say it almost sounds human, like a distorted voice echoing through the deep. And the ocean is already one of the most unexplored places on Earth, so a sound like that hits a nerve. UVB-76. UVB-76 is a shortwave radio station broadcasting from Russia. It has been active since at least 1976 and transmits on a fixed frequency. Most of the time, the broadcast consists of a repeating buzzing sound occurring several times per minute. Researchers and radio monitoring groups widely believe the radio station is linked to the Russian military, possibly as part of a communication system or a standby signal. However, this has never been confirmed. In this specific audio recording, additional background sound can be heard during the transmission. Behind the buzzing and voice, there is what sounds like a woman screaming. The source of the sound is unknown. There is no official explanation for how these background noises entered the broadcast. UVB-76 continues to broadcast today, using the same frequency and the same buzzing signal, with occasional voice interruptions. The Bigfoot 911 calls. In 1990, 2 disturbing 911 calls came from the Kitsap Peninsula in Washington state. Both calls were made by the same man. In the first call, the man tells the operator that something has just killed his dog. He says he saw the animal jump or fly over his garden fence, something far larger and faster than anything he'd seen before. His voice is shaky and clearly afraid. Sometime later, he makes a second call. This time, he reports a large black figure standing in his yard. He describes it as huge and dark in color.
911, what are you reporting?
We got someone or something crawling around out here.
Did you see what it was? Was it a person or an animal or?
I can't tell. Looks like a man. I don't know what it was, just that it ran across the yard.
Okay. You've had problems in the neighborhood before?
Yeah, my dog was killed here just recently. I don't know what it was. Whatever it is, it's running. I couldn't catch it if I was going to chase it. But whatever it was standing up. I'm out here looking through the window now and I don't see anything. I don't want to go outside. You better...
Sure.
Dio!
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh. Okay, hang on.
He's right...
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, God, he's big.
Okay, what's he doing in your yard?
He's looking at me.
Oh, and the guy is on foot.
I don't know what... It's a big, real big person. That's all I can say.
Okay, but it is a person.
Yeah, I'd say it was a person, somebody really big. But he's all in black.
Is he a black male or a white male? Did you actually see whether, or was he just wearing black?
He's all black and he's big. He is big.
Police were sent to the scene, but when they arrived, there was nothing to find. Years later, when the 911 recordings surfaced online, people began to speculate. Some believe the man encountered Bigfoot. Whatever it was, the fear in his voice is real. And to this day, no one can fully explain what he saw in his yard that night. Alien speech. These sounds come from NASA's Cassini spacecraft when it flew past Saturn. Cassini picked up radio and plasma waves from the planet's magnetic field, and when those signals were converted into audio, the result was straight up unnerving. The recording doesn't sound like static or normal space noise. It rises, drops, and glitches in a way that weirdly resembles voices trying to form words. People call it alien speech because some parts genuinely sound like multiple distorted tones talking over each other. Of course, it's not actual communication, it's just Saturn's electromagnetic environment translated into sound. But the creepiness comes from how alive it feels. Cosmonaut recording. In the early 1960s, two Italian brothers used homemade radio equipment to monitor the Soviet space program. Among their recordings, one stands out, a terrified voice speaking in Russian before the transmission suddenly cuts off. The brothers claimed this was the last moments of a cosmonaut lost in a secret Soviet mission, but skeptics say it could be static, interference, or even a hoax. Still, over half a century later, the sound remains haunting. Whether it was a real cosmonaut or just interference, it's a voice trapped in fear, echoing from a mission the world may never fully know. Killer phone call. In the late 1970s, Northern California lived in fear of a man who would later be known as the Golden State Killer. Between 1976 and 1979, he committed at least 50 sexual assaults and 13 murders. He targeted homes at night, breaking in, terrorizing victims, and leaving investigators with almost no evidence. His crimes went unsolved for decades, and the terror he caused made the public desperate for answers. Amid this reign of fear, a rare recording surfaced from a 911 call believed to be from the killer himself. You can hear his heavy, ragged breathing over the line, and at one point he quietly says, "I'm gonna kill you," repeatedly.
Hello? Hello?
Remember, this is a real person calling authorities, taunting them while hinting at the violence he had already committed. At the time, investigators could not confirm the caller's identity, but it became one of the few tangible pieces of evidence tying a voice to the terror spreading across California. It wasn't until 2018, more than 40 years later, that DNA finally identified Joseph James DeAngelo, a former police officer, as the Golden State Killer.